And these players off to the races here. A lot of blue on that top line, but Williams making some good smart plays, throwing that other one away. I think he's maybe just trying to go out of off no drop time here, and a little drop time on four is just something that's inevitable, and you do have to manage.
Yeah, and especially with this board for William, because you skip down all the way to the bottom of his board. He's got no viruses at all on his row one there, so he'll have to be
Hmm.
a little bit careful as he's working his way down and try not to or try to eliminate the drop time as much as possible. But meanwhile, look
Hmm.
over at Mark, already down to 9 viruses. His main pain point now is blue because 6 of those 9 are blue, and that's all he's got access to. Pretty much opening up that last yellow now. Potentially going to see maybe a horizontal play here from Mark. We'll see if he goes for that. I
Hmm.
don't really know how much he goes for those horizontals yet.
Yeah, and he's got a great setup though for a, double horizontal. We'll see if he goes for it. Meanwhile, here Williams kind of buried himself on his right side, really looking for an opportunity here, and I think he's just playing too dependent on single piece clears or efficient clears. You do have to just sometimes just get setups for things that you're not ready for. But we are seeing a setup here as. Mark was out at around 1 minute 23 seconds, and a good clear here. Just 3 viruses to go for William.
Yeah, we'll see if William decides to maybe clear out that yellow horizontally. I don't know that if that's something that he does quite yet, which is understandable from these newer players. But they're already doing a heck of a job. Looks like he's just going to clear this blue underneath. Yeah, exactly what I would have done in that situation. Take the double blue, clear out the garbage, and he gets the underclear of the blues, gets the yellows vertically. He's out at a 2-on-1, joining Mark into level 5. And again, very blue and very red here for Mark.
Yeah, and looking at Williams' board, it's just yellows surrounding everything he needs to get. So, interesting board setups on both sides here. A red-blue rush, especially a blue rush, would be fantastic, but unlikely for Mark here. As he's down to 11, and William trying to get some momentum going here. And I think what I'm seeing from Williams' side, Flindo, is that he's very, very focused on one particular clear and doesn't really prioritize anything else. And you've got to be ready for that second and third move because it's not going to come up your way all the time with this RNG.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think you're absolutely right. We do see William getting a little bit of tunnel vision here as he progresses through his level 5. But peek back over at Mark, still dealing with all these blues that he's having to work through now. Doesn't really have any open access to the reds. He does have the opportunity to maybe tuck something in here towards the bottom, even more so now that he's opened up his column 3. Now
Hmm.
going for that undertuck in the reds is Mark. Um, Hard to say what the priority on the Blues should be, especially now that he's really high up. There you go. Take that one down. Eliminate the possibility of a top out. You don't want to top out this late in your level.
Yeah, especially with the pretty comfortable lead you have here, is William just trying to again get some momentum. No red on his board to speak of virus wise, so is going to have to get clever with strategy here, and has kind of buried himself on that lower right corner as William, or excuse me, Mark out just south of 2 minutes here. But a good setup here, hopefully in this end game. I think we're going to see some vertical plays here, and again. William is okay now. He's got everything opened up, so he's in a good position here. But Mark's starting to run away here.
Yeah, and I really like Mark's board here. He's got a place for almost every pill. Yellow blue is even useful. He's just going to have to take a little bit of drop time to get there, or some undertucks like we're going to see right here. Nice flip there by Mark. He's down to 15 in his level 6. This yellow blue now perfect for William in Texas, just needing to find a way to drop that down. Really nice play on that horizontal red to bring that down a little bit to where he could clear it just a little bit more effectively, but actually goes horizontal on the blue, which is it's a good idea and it's a bad idea in this case because if you look down, you see that red there in the center, and if he decides to go vertically with that blue, that's two more blues that he's got to clear out to be able to clear out the red. We'll see what his plan is for that. But now Mark just needing one more red, and he'll be into his final level. And there it is, out at a 516.
And meanwhile, William's still stuck on level 5 here. Was just trying to figure out a game plan and just absolutely buried his final blue virus, though. He is finally going to be out here into level 6 at a 534, but a really, really rough end game there. Hopefully, William can turn this around here.
And a decent starting board for William. Not as much yellow access as I typically like to see. He can okay. He's just gonna take the long drop there and have a little bit of yellow garbage to deal with. Not a bad strategy. Especially at in when you're just starting out. He had an opportunity to do a quick little tuck on the right, but it's when you're just starting out, you probably don't feel comfortable with plays like that, and I definitely get where he was coming from there. 16 viruses for WilliaminTX here in level 6. Meanwhile, Mark down to his final 12 here in his final level of this first game. Yellow and blue is the main thing here that Mark is going to be looking for. Now mostly blue. Could have gone horizontal with that at the bottom, elected to go vertically, perfectly fine. But he's got to get some more blues.
Yeah, but he's pretty much in the driver's seat here, and you're looking at that sub 7 time potentially, which is really good. That's a really competitive time. I've been watching Williams board, and Flindo, I got to tell you, this is the best, round I've seen William play. Very few errors, and just playing, as efficiently as possible. He's not going to be taking this first game, but market improvement from level to level here. We love seeing that competitively.
Yeah, and just taking a look at their qualifying scores is Marky out at 7 minutes flat. William Texas had a 13-14. Mark had a 14-49. So fairly close, about half a level, almost a full level, but pretty close between these two players. Despite having their qualifiers finish in 13 and 14, they've got a pretty similar skill set, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw William take this game too.
Yeah, I think Williams got a real good shot here, and you do have to win 2 in a row to take the win here, but it's all about patience here. And William did go 1-2 on his last one, so we know he can keep games competitive here. We'll see how things go here as we wait for readies from our two players.
All right, we have our ready from William. Actually, as a side note, Mark also from Texas. And me.
I can't think of any. Oh, dang. Okay, well, I can't think of any other players from Texas.
I know, right? Here we go. 75% Texan here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1 pills.
The rivalries are bigger in Texas. Off we go for the second game here. Good board for both players. Mark going immediately to the right. I like that play here. Gonna have to hope for some yellow soon here. You can really start opening up that board on the left side. Meanwhile, on Mark's board, great clear in traffic. He's going to get himself that left piece or left side of the board opened up a little bit of blue garbage to deal with, but nothing too terrible here. But Flindo, William is just torching as well through this level 4.
Yeah, William actually had a really nice little tuck to have a long drop into a horizontal at the bottom of his board. It was really nice to see that board vision from him. 9 viruses to 9 viruses. Just noticing that Mark's timer did not start. So we will keep an eye on that as we move forward. But Mark now, this board's starting to look a little right heavy. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way he's gonna go for the long vertical here and get the lightning rod. But this double blue, there you go. Clear up your yellows. Clear up your reds. Now just one blue and one yellow. He's going to go ahead and take the drop time. I don't hate the play because you never know when blue's going to show up in this game. And
Hmm.
right now, Marky Mark just getting that yellow out, and he's out at 0 seconds. Let's go.
Wow, amazing time here. We'll get an official start time here in a few moments, as I'm sure the Dave or somebody else on our judge team is taking a look there. But out at a minute 37, a market improvement from William here. Going to need a lot of blues early on in this board and decides to tuck underneath. Not a terrible opening move. Gets himself a little bit of breathing room on that top line. Meanwhile, Marky Mark here, oh my goodness, he needs red and he needs it badly. And a little bit of blue as well would open up that right side.
Yeah, lots of red, lots of blue here for Marky Mark. Now just a completely blue top line for him. I like these undertucks with the yellow though that he's got going in his columns 1 and 2. Really interested to see what he's going to do with this double blue. I like the play. Go open your top line up. You don't need to send it all the way down to the bottom, although you definitely could, and it wouldn't be a bad play. But that's proper prioritization. Open up the access on the top of your board, continue to move down, open up more access to viruses. Now we look back over at William in Texas, 18 viruses for him. Nice little undertuck there to get the in between setup. I love that, but it's also William JB here, also really struggling to get the blues that he needs.
Yeah, he's just been having a tough time with RNG and just critical decision making. He's really just bound himself in a tight space, but that clear really opens things up really nicely for him. I would love to see some blue support so he can just get rid of that shield of blues up top. And also, we did receive clarification from the Dave that Marky Mark started 1 second after William in Texas did. So we'll keep that in mind if we do need to go to the timers on everything. Really good horizontal clear in traffic and a nice tuck play. Ooh, gets the clear, under clears the blue. And I think he was a little shocked by that because it seemed like he didn't know what to do with his next piece. But he did get it going here. But it looks like advantage right now, Marky Mark, as he is in deep into level 6.
Yeah, but William in Texas, really the only thing that's been holding him back has just been the lack of blue. Oh, love that setup. And with the yellow horizontal, the double yellow
Mm.
coming up, gets the horizontal. Really nice play there by William in Texas. Just again, getting hamstrung by the lack of blue pills. Yeah, anything that's not blue now, you just throw it away.
Yeah, the problem I'm seeing though is if you need to build anything up to prevent drop time, you're going to have to hope it's not yellow. There's just so much yellow there. So I like this play by William, setting himself up. Now he's got himself a little bit of a drop zone, so he can get into 6 here. Meanwhile, Marky Mark is playing just lights out here, needs some red support. I'd like to see him go column 8 with that double red, and that's exactly what he does. Gets him some access to yellow, and then drops the double yellows, getting a double blue here. So he's going to be down to 10 viruses. But at 440, William in Texas now into 6 here. Looks like he just had a slow going here with just some of his board management. But I think just overall, he's been playing a lot better than in the first game.
Yeah, it's been pretty solid here for William in Texas. Unfortunately for him, it's been quite solid on the side of Marky Mark as well. He's just needing 5 more reds. Wisely moving that over to the left side. Saw the doubles coming up using both pill halves. And he's out at 0 seconds. It was about a 5:12, I think. And he is on into his level 7, fairly diverse top line here for Marky Mark. Uh, a lot of red and a lot of blue though, which is it seemed to be a little bit of a theme for him today.
Hmm.
Hopefully, if he does go on to win this match, which is looking like it's pretty likely here. Hopefully that scene will change because he's going to have a pretty tough opponent here in the next round if he does move forward.
Yeah, Archer Lewis will be facing the winner of this match, who is a multi-time silver bracket winner and just very, very good player, and somebody I hope I never have to run into, but usually do. Um it is 16 viruses to go here now, 14 here as Marky Mark finding some really, really good solves here for this end game situation. down to his final 13 viruses, and he'll punch his first ever ticket to round 2 with a match win here. And I'm sure that'll be a great confidence booster. Meanwhile, William's still playing really solidly here, trying to keep this competitive. He's down to his final 11 viruses. He's going to get this yellow off the board, continuing to just mow down the right side. And William just looking for a few more, and he will be the winner of this match.
Marky Mark will, but yeah.
Or Marky Mark, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. It happens. Yeah, Marky Mark just needing this double red perfect. Just one more red and 5 more yellows. Will punch his ticket into round 2. Just waiting for them. Let's see. I really rooting for William here, but
no.
that pill was not the way that he wanted that. But really rooting for William not to get lapped here. We'll see if he's able to manage that. 2 more reds, 1 more yellow for Marky.
Oh, just short.
Out at about a 7-12, I believe it was. William just misses getting not getting lapped. But hey, GG's to both of these players. That was a really fun match to watch.